Marks and Spencer's beginning legal action against Aldi because they make this Colin the Caterpillar cake and Aldi make a Cuthbert the Caterpillar cake. Okay. And I don't know if ever you've been a victim of crime. Actually, I don't know if you've been sent the crime survey. I was sent the crime survey to fill in for the North Kent area of Gravesham. And I mean, obviously I lied. I'm not going to say I've been a victim of crime. I don't want to make it look like I live in a crime-rife area. It'll ruin the property prices. So definitely lie. Yeah. But I have been a victim of crime. And I think this is a safe space where I can talk about it.
Please.
Because I bought a Cuthbert, the Caterpillar cake. Now I realise...
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
Now I realise I was scammed. I was conned. What? And now I know you're thinking it's why would a grown man who doesn't have kids buy a caterpillar themed cake? And I'd say to you, well, I like cake and my doctor says I should eat more greens and that's what his face is. So I bought one of these cakes and it turns out I was duped because, as Marks and Spencer's point out, because they look similar, that will lead consumers to believe that they are of the same standard. And I thought they were of the same standard because they both look like caterpillars. I can't believe it. I will never forget where I was when the penny dropped and I realised I'd been duped. I was in Aldi again because I wanted more cake and I got hungry. And do you know what? It turns out, stupidly, I didn't notice that I wasn't buying a Marks and Spencer's cake. I should have done. There should have been little subtle signs, like the big one that said Aldi. That should have helped me out. Or when I was stood there, I remember thinking to myself, this middle aisle has got a lathe and various tools and scuba diving gear. This doesn't feel like a normal Marks and Spencer's. And yet I didn't cotton on and I bought the wrong cake. And I feel like an absolute fool about this. And the weird thing is, it's not just those supermarkets that make these cakes. And yet it's the only court case that's happening. So Marks and Spencer's make a caterpillar cake. They're suing Aldi to make a caterpillar cake. In fact, let's go through so we know what we're dealing with. That is not just a Colin the... Well, it actually is. That's a Colin the Caterpillar cake. That's what you get at Marks and Spencer's. There he is.
Okay.
I mean, technically not as many legs as a caterpillar, but I don't want to be a dick about it. I mean, none of them actually include caterpillars, but let's not, right? And then this is a picture of your Cuthbert.
Okay.
Kind of, you know, it's like a Colin that's been left near a radiator for a bit too long. I see what's going on.
Fair enough.
And that's where the court case, that's where the legal business is happening. And yet they're not suing Waitrose Cecil the Caterpillar.
What?
But with a name like Cecil, he either is or knows a good solicitor. So you wouldn't risk that court case. I see what's happening there. And there's also, what other ones we got? Tesco, Curly the Caterpillar. With a name like that, he's done time. He knows criminals.
It's Tesco, mate.
Don't mess with me. I will send people round. It's a nice Marks and Spencer's you got there. It'd be a shame if anything was to happen to it. That kind of vibe. So that's why they're not suing Tesco. What else is there? Asda. Clyde the Caterpillar. Who's a Labrador? Look at the state of that. It's nothing like a caterpillar. It's
like some sort of sick hybrid.
It is, isn't it? That one, actually, it did remind me of... Did you ever see the film The Fly 2? Terrible sequel to the Jeff Goldblum Fly. And it's got that kind of half hybrid, you know, it's half fly, it's half human, and it's just like... Or did you ever play Duke Nukem, the computer game? Kill me! That, right there. Kill me! So why sue it when the poor thing is a hybrid between a dog and whatever pox it's got on its back? My favourite one, though, that they're not suing... is Sainsbury's, that has Wiggles the Caterpillar, which admittedly is not a name. It's what I did that got me thrown out of Sainsbury's. Thank you for watching this from Comic Solving Problems.
And if you feel like it, go ahead and like the video.
Or subscribe. Commitment.